ever, ever expect to be something you're not. Because that's not you. Just be you. Be you. Find you. Find you. Find you. That's a good one. That's also a really difficult question. Especially if you thought you already had. If you know you, then you're far more ahead of me. You're ahead of the game, love. That's it, But yeah, no, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to find that. And I will find that. I will find that. But it's tough. And I know I have so much support with me and around me a lot of the time. And I very much appreciate that. And I do, I love you guys. You're absolutely amazing. You really are. I'm not going to say I don't love the others. Yeah, of course I do. But sometimes there is people out there who purposely try to break you. Brick by brick by brick. Because let's be honest, I say brick by brick because, yeah, I'm going to say we all put up a damn wall. But then there's always that occasional one person that always manages to help you pull that brick wall down. But what we don't expect is to have to pull it straight back up. And that's the honest truth. And we all do it. Everyone does it. And you may be either that person putting that wall back up, or you might be that person helping someone break it down. But I'm telling you now, if you are that person helping someone break that wall down that they have spent so damn long putting up, don't be the one to make them put it back up. That's my argument right there. Because that's not fair. But you might not realise you're doing that. I get that. That might be. But if you do know, don't do it. Don't be a dick. Switch it out. Help that person. Don't ruin them. Because I'm telling you right now, once that wall goes straight back up, they become a different person altogether. And no one will like that person. And sadly, that's what's happening with me again. So I beg you, please, if you are that person that's helped them break it down and because of you they're putting it straight back up, please don't do that. That's horrible. That's narcissist. Jesus. But again, if you don't know, but be aware. Be aware of how you're talking to people. Be aware of who you are communicating with and how. Because that's the biggest issue right here, isn't it? Yeah, it is, yeah. But then don't be a martyr yourself by pulling that wall down and putting it straight back up just because they've said something or just because they've done something. That's not how this works. Anyway, I want to be happy. See? Happy. I want to be happy. Everyone wants to be fucking happy. And you can. And I can. And I know that. But the amount of times I've had to pick myself up off that fucking dirty floor, dust myself off and carry on and just as if nothing's happened, it weighs you down. It plays a toll on you. Not mentally, but as physically as well. Mentally, that's where the concern comes in. But no, I can honestly say that I'm working through it. And I will be me again. And I will be a better version of me. Because I won't have none of this crap seeding through my head. And I'm working really, really hard to work through that. And it's fucking hard. Really fucking hard. But I'll get there. And I know, like I said, I know I'll have the support of the people who will be there and who will help me, and that's just beautiful. It's wonderful, wonderful thoughts. Absolutely wonderful thoughts. I just feel sorry for them to have to deal with me, I'm not going to lie. Dance! Dance! Why don't you just dance? Why don't people just dance? It's so good for you. Physically, mentally, it's amazing. Okay, so I say dance, whatever. Yeah, look, I dance every single day. I haven't today. But that's because I haven't been in the right frame of mind. But I will. I'm going to dance today. And you know, I'm going to enjoy it. And the reason I say I dance is, yeah, I mean, I'll be on my own. I'll dance on my own. I don't care. I'm happy. Hell, I was dancing in the bus station last week. Yeah, I got some weird looks. But you know what? I don't care because I was happy. Dancing is an amazing thing. Now, you say the word dance, you assume you've got to be flexible, you've got to be mobile, you've got to know some moves, you've got to have some choreography behind it. No. If you can move your arms and you can move your leg, you can fucking move. You can dance. End off. Dancing is moving your body in a way you feel is best expressing how you're feeling. So, do it. Dance, just dance. Trust me. Try it just once. Even if you're on your own, got your headphones in, at home, in the kitchen, doing the washing up, fucking in the shower, just hoovering. Just dance. Try it, trust me, just try it. Because it is fantastic. It's really good for you. People say, oh, I can't dance, I don't like that. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting yourself. Because the more you fight yourself, the less you're going to do. And it is worth it. Mentally, it's exhilarating. Absolutely exhilarating. But I understand there's some people out there who can't. They're in pain. I get that. I understand that. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying it's a good idea. But if you're in pain, don't do it because you will hurt yourself. And I am not going to be the one to get done for that. What else can I say? Be angry. But choose your battles. You must choose your battles. Because if you pick the wrong one to just drop, a lot of shit could fall. What I'm saying is, pick your battles as in, okay, so for instance, my daughter was at the top of the stairs, refusing to come down, to get dressed, to go to school. Now, I thought to myself, I could stand there, I could scream, come on, hurry up, get down here, we need to get this done, let's go. No, I decided to take a slightly different approach to that. I picked my battle. I went upstairs. I sat at the top of the stairs. She sat next to me. I said, okay, what's going on? What's happening here? Why don't you want to go? Why don't you want to go downstairs? I just don't want to. Well, there must be a reason you don't want to, right? It just turned out she had a gut ache, her abdomen pain, and it hurt going down the stairs. So I picked her up and carried her down the stairs, and I put her on the sofa, and I said, there you go. Sit there for a bit, have a hot water bowl, make you feel better. She did. There was no arguments, there was no fight, there was no battle. Because I took a second to think, do you know what? This could have gone one way or another. This could have gone really horribly wrong. Or it could have gone the way it did. And it worked. Now I'm saying, things like that, pick your battles. Someone pushes you in line when you're in a superstore. So you're in line and someone pushes you out of the way and stands in front of you. Well, that's just rude. We know that. But there's two scenarios to that. One, you kick off and start a fight and possibly get kicked out and don't get your shopping. Or two, you think, actually, they're probably having a bad day. And people don't do that. If someone's having a bad day, it can mess everything up. But what we don't do is we don't stand there and say, that might be why they're behaving that way. Maybe they've had a bad day. Why don't you just let them off once in a while? Wouldn't you rather somebody do that to you instead of pick a fight because you accidentally knocked them and got in front of the line? There is reasons for everyone doing anything. There is always a reason for someone doing something. Don't think for a second it's, oh, they just did it. No. Oh, that's another thing that gets me as well. If someone does something wrong, something actually quite nasty, in fact, and then you say to someone about, look, I don't get it. Why are they being like that? Their answer is usually, oh, that's just because that's them. Don't give them a reason. Don't give them a loophole. Don't give them a reason to be an arsehole. Don't give them a reason to be a twat. You can't just say, oh, but that's just them. No! Everybody can change. Everybody can change. But it's down to that individual. And if that individual doesn't want to change, then humanity is fucking lost. Completely lost. So, sidetracked. Yeah, so I'm currently hurting, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, because of my behaviour, closing myself off a bit as well, which I don't like doing. I shouldn't really do that. But I don't like to share my issues because it's not their issue. But yeah, they are there to support me, and I have shared it a little bit to some people who I feel can help me on my journey to recovery. But there's a lot of things that have happened in my life. I'm not saying that it's worse than anybody else's. I'm sure there is thousands of people out there's had it really, really rough, and is having it really, really rough. Probably rougher than me. But I'm also not saying I've had it really easy. I don't believe anybody's had it easy. Everybody has a reason for being the way they are. But what I ask you today, whilst you're listening to this video, is open your eyes. See what's going on around you. Because if you don't, you'll lose sight of what's going on, and then you'll eventually lose sight of yourself. And then the next thing you know, it'll be over and done with. Come on, we all know this. Life is done in a blink of a damn eye. Life's too short to be angry. Life's too short to be pity. Life's too short to hold on to anger. Now, I recently decided to wish well to somebody. And let me explain. Let me say it and I'll explain. I recently decided to wish well to somebody who really mentally and physically hurt me and my family. And now that was extremely hard to do. But it's taken me a good 2.5 years to work my way to this point where I think, do you know what? The reason they have done that is because they are not well. They are not well. And I wish them well. I wish them well, and I wish them to get help that they need. Because I am almost positive that there is generally a nice person down there. I'm not saying I forgive. My goodness, I could never forgive that for what they did. But I'm sure they had their reasons. So I wish them well. I wish them to get the help they need. Because they need it. And I mean, I've been in scenarios where I've done dreadful things. Not to that extent, but I've done dreadful things. I've said dreadful things. I've been fucking mean. Jeez, I've been mean. And I had my reasons. But I don't accept the people who turn around and said, oh, but that's just Josh. No, that's not just Josh. There's reasons for it. There's reasons for my behaviour. And I've worked really, really, really hard to overcome that. And I'm still working really hard to overcome that. And I expect people will be watching this thinking, oh, I'm not watching this and much crap, it's rubbish. That's fine. I don't expect you to. I'm asking you to. Because I want you to listen to what I have to say. Because I mean well. I mean well. There's no animosity here. There's no gain here. This is me opening myself up naked, putting an open book, putting it out there. And I'm sure this won't be the last video I do. Because there's so much more. Every day I learn something new about myself that I either like or I hate. But that all comes down to my core values. Now, my core values are being polite, being kind, sharing love, family is my core value. I love my children very, very much. And I love my family very, very much. Sometimes it's harder than others, but that's life. That's just life. It happens. Some people don't even know their core values. And I understand that. Because it's really difficult to find a core value to shape you as a person. But do you know what? Some people go their whole lives without knowing their core values. They don't know it, but they sure as hell show it sometimes. As in, like, you know, some people have so much love. They wear their hearts on their sleeve. And that is essentially a core value. They show love. They show care. They show the fact that they're so gentle and gentle soul. And, you know, some people don't need to say their core values because they show it. And they show it really well. Maybe, I'll tell you what, though, maybe that'd be a really good one, actually, to look at yourself and think, what's my core values? What do I value in myself? Now, some people say, oh, I don't like myself, I fucking hate myself. Then you need to start working on yourself. Don't go your whole life saying, I don't know who I am, I don't like who I am, if you don't want to work on it. Work on it. It doesn't take a genius to sit down and say, do you know what, fine, okay, I'm going to do this now. But make sure it's in the right time, because if it's not the right time, it's not going to work, my love. So yeah, it's just, it's crazy, right? Don't be so judgmental. It is a human nature, but try not to be so judgmental. It's hard to snap out of that if you've done it your whole life. I won't deny that. But try not to be so judgmental. Of yourself as well. Of other people, obviously, you know, but try not to be so judgmental of yourself. Because that's where some of the problems lies. People they judge themselves so hard. We are our own worst critics. We judge the way we look. We judge the way we are. We judge the way we feel. Don't do that. Because the more you're judging yourself and the more you're putting yourself down, why do you expect everybody else to pick you up? Why do you expect everybody else to say, oh, but you're lovely? No, don't. Because if you're going to put yourself down and you're going to say, oh, I'm shit, someone's going to say, okay, so you're shit. They're not going to say, oh, don't say that. But we do. But we do. We say that. It's a really, really weird thing we do. They're weird humans. It's just completely unusual. And I'll tell you what, we have so many fucking emotions running around. We don't know what to do half the time or what emotion we're feeling half the time. But it is what it is. And there I go again. It is what it is. What is it is? Life is just life? Yeah, of course life's just life. But life sometimes throws you curveballs that sometimes it's hard to deal with. But as long as you've got a team behind you helping you pick that up, you'll be fine. You need to find positive people to surround you. Don't feel sorry for yourself if you're surrounding yourself with toxic people. Because they're the ones that will cause the problems. But they're the ones you also want to turn around and say, do you know what? You need help. And I don't mean like psychological help. Some do. Not all of them, some do. But they do need help. But you can't help them until you're ready. Do you know what? It's really weird. My dad, bless his soul, I love him to bits. I remember when I think it was about 17. It might even been later than that. No, it wasn't. I was like 25. I was 25 and he said something to me and it really stuck with me. And I tell you what, I use this analogy a lot. Now, my dad, he was a mechanic and he was the majority of his life. And he was good at it as well. So a lot of his analogy were like car-based. But if you can imagine your friends, your family, your loved ones being the shell of a car, a basic car, doesn't care what model, a basic car, they're the shell of the car. Now you're the engine. And if the engine's broke, the car's not going anywhere. You must look after yourself. Sometimes you need other people to help, like an engine. Sometimes someone needs to put petrol in the engine. Sometimes the engine needs maintenance, which means you have to get support to help fix yourself as a person. And if you can do that, then you can carry them all. You can carry everyone. You can help them along their way. And I really find that inspiring. I never really thought of my dad as being a wise person, but he is. He is a very wise person. And I love him to bits. I love you, Dad, because I'm sure you'll probably see this at some point. So I do love you very, very much, Dad. But yeah. That's just stuck with me. And it always has. And do you know what? I tell other people this, and they're like, bing, light bulb moment. It's really cool to see. I love that. I love that. Another one. Imagine it's like you're in Hollywood, you're a Hollywood star, it's your show. You need to look after you. Don't worry about the other characters wandering around doing what they're doing. You need to look after you. Be a diva, bitch. Diva. That works on some people. I love that one. But it's the same thing. You've got to look after number one first. And that is imperative. You have to do that. Because if you don't, you can't be expected to help anybody else. And that is the God's honest truth. That's exactly what it is. And that's what I'm doing at the moment, is I'm looking after myself. So I can't help other people at the moment. I can't support other people that well at the moment. I can, just not fully. But I'm opening up and I'm telling you that this is how I am at the moment. Welcome to Josh World. Anyway, it's been a really, really long video, and I'm hugely grateful and appreciative of the fact that you've actually sat there long enough to watch. So I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you all again, and I don't think this is going to be the last video. I think there'll be more. Thanks, guys. Love ya.